Morales, and we're going to be going through the process of installation for FLACADA 1.0. So first you navigate to the directory of the repo, and you get the link to clone it. Then you go to your terminal or command prompt depending on your OS, and you go into the directory where you're going to be working from. For me, for example, is Google Drive. So I do git clone, and you paste in the link. So that's going to be pulling everything from GitHub. Then you cd into the root directory of the project, which would be FLACADA. And you go to the branch where you're going to be working from as well. So for me, it's check out develop. Awesome. So before going anywhere else forward about the project, you have to do a couple of things. Whereas installing MongoDB and go through the download process, and this computer is installed already, so I'm not going to go through the process of that. And the same thing for Node.js. And once you have all that installed, you can use the command npm install, which will install all the dependencies for the project. Let me just check that we're in the right branch. Yes, we are. So you do npm install, and this is going to take a while. It's going to install everything that the project needs. Awesome. So once you go through the process of installation and setup of MongoDB, you have to set that up first. You have to run that first. And that command for that is for Mac, sudo mongod. Alright, right now it's running. And then you do for the application itself is sudo nodemon. Alright, and that should be running on your local host. And here's the application. And then you can go, for example, I like to use Atom. You can launch a script from the terminal from where you are. And here's all the code for FLACADA 1.0. The npm install was for this folder. It gets every single name from here and it installs all the dependencies for that project in order for it to run. Now I'm going to pass it over to Mabel so she can explain the Heroku process.
Having the application on our local host, we're using Heroku, which is a cloud service to deploy our application. So this is the URL to the application, and first you're going to have to create an account and ask the product owner for access to it. Once you have access to it, you can log in from your terminal. So in order to log into your account from the terminal, just type Heroku login. And then it's going to ask you for your credential. And then I'm logged in. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is get the repository online into our local machine. So in order to do that, we're going to do Heroku git remote, and we're going to name and the name of the application, which is Sheltered Mesa 44284. I misspelled git remote. It's supposed to be git remote. I get removed. There you go. And then in order to push changes to the application, you're going to do git add. I'm not going to do it right now so that it doesn't override our application online. But that's the first command. Then we commit the changes. And then we do git push Heroku. And then since we're going to be pushing changes from the develop branch and not the master branch, we have to put the name of the branch that we're using, which is develop and master. Now, in order to get the database that we have set up for the Heroku application, we have to use the add-on. So Heroku add-on, what we're using is Mongo Lab. So it's Heroku add-on, add Mongo Lab. And then it creates the add-on. And now in order to open the MLab, we do Heroku add-on, open Mongo Lab. And then it opens it on your browser. And then it shows you the database. This is going to be the Mongo Lab URI. You're going to need this information to update the database online. So whatever changes that you make on the MongoDB that you have on your local machine, you can do a Mongo dump and you can push these changes into the database.